ride or dies. These are the things that I have purchased over and over and over again. Minimum of 3 times, a maximum of like what, probably 10. And some of these I don't use anymore and some are still going strong in my skincare routine. And for the sake of speaking about the positivity that still exists in life, I wanted to share with you some of my favorites. Let's start with one that I actually did not expect to be so wonderful. This is relatively new to me. I started trying it over the summer, but holy guacamole, this is my third one and I love it. This is the Hamish All Cleansing Balm. It's really nice because it kind of starts off as like this balmy cleanser, but then it really does kind of melt down into a milk, and it is like putting a liquid pillow or a liquid cloud onto your face. This is the one, I got it from Stylovana. The brand is called Hamish. It is absolutely wonderful. I am really obsessed with it. Of course, all of these products are cruelty-free and vegan, but this just makes me feel like I am literally rubbing a nice fluffy mattress into my face. And at the end of a long day, if I'm trying to get makeup off, this removes it without stripping at my skin, making me tug at my eyelashes. I love it. It's $14. It's my third one. I spend more at Trader Joe's in an afternoon than I have spent all of last year using this glorious stuff on my face. Then we gotta talk about cleansers. I was using this one for so long. This is the Skin Fix. I was using this 2019 in December. This is the Barrier Plus Foaming Oil Cleanser. It is so good. It is meant to rebuild your skin's natural barrier. I love cleansers, but the purpose of a cleanser is to get all of the gunk off your skin and to prepare your skin for all of the other products that you're going to apply. And if you have something like acne, of course your cleanser can help with that, or a fungal infection, or whatever it is that you're struggling with. This one is just a basic Barrier Plus Oil Foaming Cleanser, non-stripping, really gentle, but it gets the job done. Doesn't leave the skin squeaky. For a long time, I was using a Castile soap. I still use that on, you know, my axillary and kind of groin areas because it does clean things really well and it's really inexpensive and I don't want to spend more than I have to. It's like $45, but I've gone through, I think, 4 bottles of this now. I recommend it to many, especially if you have dry skin for the winter, if you have eczema, or if you've been on Accutane. This is one that we've actually used and recommended for people who are on Accutane or trying to do a post-Accutane skincare routine. We have a full video on that if you're curious, but yeah, this is absolutely wonderful. And also, if the like button doesn't match this bottle, go ahead and fix it. But also, did YouTube change the like button? If you're on mobile, I think it's brown or gray, but if you're on desktop, I think it's still blue. Can you click the like button and can you let me know? And if you haven't subscribed and joined the Butterfly family, do so, because we talk about skincare here. But if that like button is in fact gray, then it matches my favorite toner. Can I tell you how obsessed I am with this stuff? This is the Paula's Choice. Oh wait, we didn't finish cleansers. Can I skip around? This video is just going to imitate my brain. We're skipping around steps. This is the Paula's Choice BHA solution, and I have been using it since it looked like this. I think I've purchased at least 10 of these. These are the 2 I currently have, and this is just the bottle, the package that I have because nostalgia. Also, quite possibly a skincare hoarder. It's a problem, send help. This is the 2% BHA liquid. This is so good if you have blackheads. This is so good if you have clogged skin. It has this BHA, salicylic acid, which we know is great for acne. It's affordable. It's Paula's Choice. A lot of their products are excellent. I didn't realize that I had 2 of them, so that's why I have these. But this stuff, man, I've been going strong on these for more than half of a decade. If you haven't tried this, and if you have blackheads, might I introduce you to your new skincare BFF? Because SPF is your BFF, but like it's no longer just the 2 of you. Now it's 3. Back to cleansers. Let's rewind and touch on the Inkey List. This is their salicylic acid cleanser. I started using this earlier this year and I have already gone through 3 of them. This is my 3rd bottle. I'm almost out of it. My 4th bottle is going to be the big one. They launched the larger version and I am so excited to get my hands on it. But this, again, is an amazing salicylic acid cleanser. If you have mild to moderate acne, if you need something that is going to exfoliate the skin, if you need something that works, this is a great one. I can handle exfoliation pretty well. You don't want to over exfoliate, so you could use this 1 to 3 times a week, but it is safe enough to use day and night, and you could use it every single day. The Inkey List is really good about telling you on their packaging how to use these products, where to put them in your routine. They really take the guesswork out, but they also focus on knowledge and power and ingredients. They're inexpensive. This is a good amount, 150 milliliters. I love this stuff. And if you haven't tried it, I would recommend it, but I know that it is always sold out. So, I don't know, like, save the Sephora page to your bookmarks and then just keep hitting refresh. I don't know. I don't know. Whenever I see it's in stock, I like go and I nab them. And that's why I had 2 of them for a time, because I purchased 2 because I didn't want to run out. And now I'm almost at the end of this one. So I'll let you know how it goes once I get the big one. Back to toners, we have to talk about this guy. I am no longer using this, but this was my tried and true for so long and I still love it. It's the glycolic acid 7% toning solution. I might go back to it sometime soon because I'm not really loving what I'm currently using. It can burn some people, but I love it. It can be a little bit sticky on the skin, but for me in my skincare routine, I really don't mind. It is effective, it is strong, but if you're looking for something with power, it does work. It's an exfoliating toner. You get a pretty good amount. I love the little twist top. You guys know my love affair with it. If you're looking for something that is not as sticky or as tacky, again, the Inculist has a glycolic toner that doesn't leave that kind of stick to the skin. This is not for the faint of heart, but it is great. And I've purchased probably 5, maybe 6 of these. I go through it pretty quickly as well. I don't know, when it's a liquid, I just have a lot of fun with it. And I also use it on my chest and my back. So yeah. Then we have to talk about my favorite part of a skincare routine, face masks. I love face masks. They, to me, are the epitome of a skincare routine. They are the step that is not necessary, but that I find to be the most relaxing. When you put a face mask on, you're forced to take you time just to chill. Maybe you take a selfie, maybe you call up a friend, maybe you listen to the Double Cleanse podcast with James and Robert Welsh. I don't know, you do you, but you do it in a face mask. We'll start with the oldest one. I think I purchased my 10th one of these when I was like, Cassandra, you need to try something new. It was 3 or 4 years ago. Dermatologist Dr. Dre had talked about using this. This is the Teamy Detox Mask, a green tea blend. We know that, you know, your skin doesn't need to be detoxed, neither does your body. You got a liver, you got kidneys, you're good. I've only got 1 kidney, but that's okay. I digress. It is an excellent one. It has this green tea powder, it has a couple clays in it, and it has glycerin, so it's very moisturizing. This was one of my favorite green tea masks for frickin' ever. And it was, I think it was like the 10th time that I purchased this. I was like, Cassandra, you need to try something new. And so I did. Oh, this right here. Ah, I love it. This is the Glow Recipe Avocado Melt Sleeping Mask. This is literally a mask that turns your face into a piece of avocado toast. It is this fluffy, really hydrating, nice, rich night mask. And when they call it a night mask, it's really just an extended long-wear moisturizer. It has retinol in it, so it's a very low potency form of those retinoids that you find in the vitamin A family, but it is converted by your skin into retinoic acid through 2 conversion steps. And I love this. It's great for wrinkles, helps with acne, good for scarring, hyperpigmentation even, you name it. It's like $45, $50, but it is so worth it. And again, it turns my face into an avocado piece of toast. I just love it. If you haven't tried this, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Again, it is moisturizing, it is soothing on the skin. I still use this every now and again, and I've probably purchased 4 or 5. And I don't go through this as quickly either because it's a face mask, but I love this. Yes. And okay, woo, almost slapped myself in the face with that one. When you apply this, it is definitely a slap in the face. You know what this is. It doesn't need an introduction. The Ordinary's AHA 30%, BHA 2% peeling solution. I love this stuff so much. Part of it is the fact that it makes my skin look glowy and fresh. Another part is that it helps with my acne and scars. Another part is that it's inexpensive. Another part is that it's very Instagrammable. I feel like my face is bleeding and I'm kind of into it. Like, I just love this stuff so much. Use with caution. We have a full video on it here. This, I would say, is the one that I have purchased the absolute most of because I've used this for almost 2 years now and I just use it again and again and again and again. I've probably done about 15 of them. Like, they're so good. I also do them on my chest. I've Instagrammed it. Even my back sometimes if I have help or can reach. It's so good. And yeah, I'm in love with it. It's not for everyone, but it is for me. This is also one that is relatively new to me. This launched last year and this is only my 3rd bottle. It's also like a brand new 3rd bottle. Barely finished my 2nd one and you know, I have this little potato cult chat with people on the internet, our beautiful butterflies, and there's a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful butterfly named Christina who purchased hers, but she was waiting for it to ship from California to the East Coast where she lives. And when she was waiting, I was like, oh, I'm actually almost out of mine. Maybe I should get a refill too. So that's what I did. This is the Juice Beauty Bamboo Refining Mask. This has charcoal in it, but it is a vegan charcoal because did you know that some charcoal comes from burnt animal bones? Not my favorite. But this one has different AHA, BHA acids. This has a lot of plant extracts, so if you have sensitive skin, maybe not. But it is the first moisturizing mask that I found in quite a long time that still helps with oil control. Usually if you have oil control, you are drying out the skin using a mask. That is what the Teamy one really did to me over a few years. It does have glycerin, but it was not the most moisturizing one. This one is super hydrating, but it still gets rid of the oil and the grease, and my pores love it. It also doesn't leave like any film behind. The Ordinary has a charcoal mask and it gets like stuck in my pores and it just makes me look like I have giant blackheads. So this actually helps to rinse clean. It doesn't like stick all over the side of the sink or the bathtub either. I really like this one. It's more fun than anything else, but I also love the brand. They have a glass package. Juice Beauty has a farm in Northern California. They farm a lot of their ingredients in a sustainable way themselves. The entire office is made with solar panels. The driver, you know, drives a zero emissions vehicle. Like, they practice what they preach, and as a consumer who wants the cosmetic industry to do better, I support brands like that. So just because it's natural or organic doesn't mean it's better, but because of the ingredients, I do love it. Because of the way it makes my face feel, I do love it. And it's like $30. They've given us coupon codes in the past. I don't know if there is a current one. If I track one down, I'll leave it there. If you track one down, please put it in the comments. Help out your fellow butterflies. But overall, if you do want a mask that really helps with oil control but is non-drying, I would highly recommend. And then these I also started using earlier this year. I tried a glass skincare routine and I got a bunch of products from Stylovana, and I have been obsessed with these. These were my first ever essences. The first Korean beauty essence I had ever tried. And these were from FRUDIA. My favorite one is definitely the Avocado Relief Toner, or it's not really a toner, it is an essence toner, but yeah. I tried the Pomegranate one. I like it, but it's not my absolute favorite. I thought I was going to like it more. This one is definitely my tried and true. This is my second bottle of this one, and I have a little bit left in here. Ooh, there's a hair on it. There's a little bit left in here, but this is the one that's pretty full because it is my second one. So even though they're slightly different, I count those as 3, and I absolutely love it. I am no longer using this one because I actually switched to a different one that is built to help with dryness, to help with barrier repair, and it was actually made in a Korean hospital. If you know the brand I'm talking about, you get butterfly points because you've been paying attention and doing your homework. But yeah, that's the one that I'm currently using. It makes my face feel like I'm putting grape jelly on it, but this is definitely a tried and true, and I would go back to this any day. You can also use this on your chest. It's nice and goopy. It's really wonderful. It was my first K-beauty essence, and it got me to fall in love with the world of essences. Look at that. It looks like a cream, but then it blends into a water. Do you not love? I love. And now I'm very hydrated. I also put the extra on my arms. Anybody else break out so bad, like right over here? I have like a concentration of blackheads. I'm like, why? And then you know it's time to talk about serums. I have a love affair with serums. I love the way they feel on my skin. If they're oily, you can use them as massage. You can really get them to blend into the skin. I have some that I can't even believe I have this. It's so old. We'll talk about this. This is so old. And then I have some that I am currently using, and then the ones that are all tried and true. Again, I think almost all of these I've at least purchased 5 times. Let's start with the oldest one that I do not use anymore. Again, from Juice Beauty. I walked into Whole Foods probably 8 years ago, found their products, and I became obsessed with their blemish clearing line because, again, I was so afraid of putting anything on my face. I thought that organic was better. I thought that natural was better. I was afraid of what I was eating. I was afraid of sleeping on a dirty pillowcase. I was afraid of my phone touching my face touching my face, kissing and hugging my grandma because I was afraid like bacteria was going to jump off of my face. And that's not the way acne bacteria works. Took a bunch of medical courses, medical aesthetic work, and a whole bunch of chats with dermatologists and research on my own to understand that. But holy guacamole, living with the anxiety of acne, it's a rough time if you know what it feels like. And during that time 8 years ago, I walked into Whole Foods, got the blemish clearing line, and I used this for so long. I even got this, I was in Seattle and repurchased it because I think my luggage had gotten lost or stolen. I don't know, I thought it was stolen. I think it was just lost. But it had my skincare in it. So yes, because I traveled with my skincare routine. Wow, life before pandemic. This is not what it's supposed to look like. This is brown. There's a lot of vitamin C in this product, and this is how you know it has oxidized. So we don't want oxidation. I would not put this on my skin. I might hold on to it because, again, I'm a horrible order. Really don't need to, but I've probably gone through at least 15 of these. I would put it all over my face, all over my chest and my back. It did work. I saw results. Were they amazing? No, not to the point that it cleared my cystic acne. Should I have definitely had a prescription from my derm and stuck to it? Yes, I definitely should have, but I absolutely love this stuff and I have for years. This one's a little bit sad, but it wouldn't be, you know, a thing that I purchase over and over and over again if it didn't include this. Now, speaking of stuff that's a little bit more recent, you know I love these. Any one of the retinoids from The Ordinary. All the way up until probably 3 to 4 months ago, I was using these. I was obsessed with these. I still am. I've purchased these so many times. The Grand Active Retinoid Emulsion is my favorite. It's really easy. It goes onto the skin nice. It doesn't dry the skin out. It's a really good kind of, I would call it more of a beginner retinoid. Excellent. The retinol in 1% squalane, 2%, whatever you like. It is just so good. They are inexpensive. They are a really good kind of beginner step, in my personal opinion, to more advanced skincare. And before I was using more potent stuff, I was on these all the time. And again, I had access to dermatologists and prescription medications. I could have done that, but I chose not to. I'm now at a different point, especially because it's winter and I'm not in the sun as much. I've also been indoors because of the pandemic, but pre-pandemic, this is what I was using. So excellent, so good, and literally just all of them, all of them. What I'm currently using is a little bit different. This is a retinoid, but it's an ester, and it's actually different because it's an oil and it also has salicylic acid. At this point, you kind of know and understand that my skin loves salicylic acid. It's BHA, so obviously this works for me. And it is a treatment oil, so it goes as like the last step of a skincare routine, or you could put it in like a serum step, depending on what you want. It's definitely a different feel, and you know, depending on your skin and what your provider says, you can use this alongside with a prescription, but this is absolutely phenomenal. I love it. It's a little bit more expensive. It's not luxury. I would call it prestige. It's 80 bucks. But if you have mature skin and acne, if you have adult acne, if you want something gentle and effective that combines multi-actives together and gives your skin a little bit of a glow without looking greasy, honey, this is it. Again, it has jojoba oil, and you know how much I love jojoba oil. And so the fact that it includes 3 of my favorite ingredients all together, it is just so good. My skin loves it. That's what I'm using, and yeah. It's probably my 4th or 5th bottle of this as of now, and this hasn't even been around for more than a year, I think. So yeah, this is a little love affair. And then we have to talk about moisturizers. I was kind of trying to rack my brain and find out which moisturizers I've repeatedly purchased. The Ordinaries came in close, but I don't think I've done it more than 3 times. There are a couple of others, but none that I'm just like, oh my god, ride or die. The only one that I legit have purchased for so long is this one from Michelle. It's the Remarkable Retinol Night Moisturizer. Again, I'm not currently using this one. This is quite old packaging, but retinaldehyde is the more potent form of retinol, which is a step down from retinoic acid, which you get from your derm. So again, all of these retinoids, they have different levels of potency, and this was one of the most potent. It definitely helped. It's made for wrinkles, but it definitely helped with my scars, with my acne. It's relatively inexpensive. It's a vegan, cruelty-free version of retinaldehyde. I absolutely love it, even though I don't currently use it. I would say that it's actually pretty comparable to this one from Glow Recipe. This one I love because it makes your face look like an avocado. But if you want something that is better with the fragrance, that's more recyclable, gluten-free, I'm pretty sure that the Glow Recipe one is as well. They just don't shove it down your throat. I don't know. I've loved this one, and yeah, this is probably my 3rd or 4th container of it. You know that we've got to talk about sunscreen, and there are actually multiple sunscreens that I've purchased multiple times, but the one that I have purchased the most is this one. This one I've loved so much that I rubbed, you know, all of the logo off of. It just came off. Dr. Dre again got me hooked. This is the Supergoop SPF 40 Zinc Screen, which I know from heart because it's not on the bottle. Dr. Dre said put this around the eyes. I did. I fell in love and I put it all over my face and chest and back and body. I started using this either summer of 2018 or summer of 2019. I remember posting about it on Instagram. I would do backflips into the water and I would just like reapply my sunscreen literally every 45 minutes, you know, because I didn't want it to wash off. I wanted to protect my skin, but it's zinc oxide, it's slightly tinted, it is so good, and it protects your skin while also making you look fantastic. You can use it under makeup, you could use it just on its own, again, because it has that little bit of tint. It almost smooths over my pores, so I feel like I don't need foundation, which is really nice. Supergoop is such an amazing brand that yes, Kylie Jenner tried to rip off. But I absolutely love this stuff. Close runner-ups have been the Dermalogica, the Juice Beauty and the Ordinary. Those are two that I've purchased again and again and again. I would say that my favorites are definitely this one and the Dermalogica that I've purchased like 80 times. This is the Dermalogica Invisible Physical Defense. The one that I'm currently using, I switched from this one to the Dr. Sam's, which I was using throughout winter of 2020. And then now I am using a Korean sunscreen from Isntree that has hyaluronic acid. Oh, it is my favorite. It is right here. It is right here. But I can't say that this I have purchased over and over and over again because this is relatively new to me and this is only my first bottle, but I will be letting you know how this goes. And since you already know about my love affair with this, we have to talk about pimple patches. I have purchased the ZITSAVER Killa Pimple Patches over and over and over. They are expensive, they are a little bit more of a luxury product, but man, if you have an emergency pimple, if you have a zit that's just under the skin, especially if it's painful, this is the fastest thing I know that gets rid of them. Comes with this little cleansing pad, you kind of open it up, you make sure that you clean the area. Comes in a very sterilized, very futuristic little, pimple patch poly pocket container. And then this actually has little micro darts. They're almost like tiny little skincare pyramids or little tiny needles. They do not hurt going into the skin, but you actually press them into the pimple. They go in, they absorb into the skin, they dissolve, and they get rid of the pimple in 6 to 8 hours or overnight. They help with redness, they are excellent, they keep everything clean, they are so good, and they are expensive. I have a discount coupon code. I don't get any affiliate commission on that, so if you want to use it, know that I genuinely love the product and feel free to do so. If you want to use someone else's, go ahead. Just always use any kind of coupon because you don't want to have to pay full price if you don't have to. Just search for a coupon and find one, okay? Again, I've left mine down below, but never feel obligated to. I love these things and, save them for the emergency pimples. If you have a face full of pimples, not for you. If you have those deep cysts, not gonna be able to penetrate that deep, but it's the slightly underground zits. It's the pesky ones that are kind of coming to a head that are tender, and it also stops you from picking. And they're invisible, so you can wear them out day to day. And ZITSAVER focuses on acne positivity. Their entire Instagram is all about supporting people who have acne and giving you the choice as to whether or not you want to treat it, but still helping you be empowered by your skin. And that is the messaging that I live for. So yeah, I've probably spent over $500 on ZITSAVER products for myself, and because I bought a bunch of them to give away during our Friday live streams. If you didn't know, we have Friday live streams. We have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday live streams where yes, I give away products to you. But these are an absolute godsend. So for those emergency pimples, this is what I've used over and over and over. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think I've purchased at least 20 packs of the ZITSAVERs. 20 at least. Some to give away, but definitely most for myself. When you live with a crater face, you gotta do what you gotta do. Those are my ride or die products, and if you've made it to the end of this video, then you are a ride or die butterfly. Again, let me know by hitting the subscribe and notification bell, and why don't you comment something in the comments if you made it to this point? What should we comment? Bean toast. Bean toast. I mean, that sounds delicious right now. Black bean toast. As always, there's another video right here, and always remember to be beautiful both inside and out. I cannot wait to see you in this next video. Love you guys. Bean toast. Bye.